Alrighty, folks, we are 33 days away from the ORAT celebration. We have, by last count, I think 67 tickets left. 9 of those are VIP. I expect VIP to be sold out by the end of the week. General admission might take a couple of weeks. What I thought I would do here today on the hub call is talk to two guys that were at last year's event, will be at this year's event, and just see what they remember and what they're looking forward to. We always go in the order that they showed up. Ty, you were first. What do you remember from last one, and what are you hoping for this time?
I remember the event as like kind of the not anti, but just like not the opposite of what like a seminar or a conference is. It was very, very casual. Everybody just lots of connections. So I literally wholeheartedly sat down with people, got to know them, questions, back and forth, so just really, really connected. It felt like a really small, intimate mastermind, or where you actually got to meet people and get to know people. Loved the speaker lineup. Incredible. Even got to hang out a little bit more with Millennial Mike, got to hang out a little bit with Jason Pritchard, who's phenomenal, Millennial Mike. I had questions, and I've been in the game 30 plus years, but I had things for Millennial Mike about, hey, out of state investing, or with Jason, hey, what's really going on with this kind of thing in the Central Valley? So I'm looking forward to more of that. I'm looking forward to the intimacy of, everybody, it had the fun of a big conference, that the fun and the kind of the wow and the entertainment, or the kind of the wow factor of it, the excitement. But also it had the intimacy of small group. And that's what I'm looking forward to most.
Yeah, and I actually don't mind it being called the kind of the anti-event, because when I look at, when I certainly looked at the event number one, it wasn't meant to be like the traditional education thing. It was meant to be that celebration, right? Because it was the celebration of 50,000. It went so well that's what event number 2 is going to be. It's another celebration, and it's not because of a milestone. It's just a yearly mark on the calendar for us to get together in real life, to continue those connections, to grow those connections, frankly, to welcome the new people, right? Last time was 50,000. We're at, let's call it 67,000 now and growing. So there's a lot more people in the family. So I look forward to these events. And again, no selling from stage, not death by PowerPoint. The audience drives half the content because you line up and ask questions, 6 hours of networking. I'm going to feed everybody this time, which I didn't do last time. Shame on me. And it's like an event I've never been to. Matt, what do you remember? You go to a lot of events.
Oh. Yeah, over the last decade, I've been to probably 50 plus events. I've spoken on stage at mortgage events. I've been part of, real estate investment and mortgage and all these different events. And the thing I will say with absolute certainty is this one feels different. You mentioned the family's gotten bigger. And when I think about it, how do you describe it? It felt like one part family reunion, and another part, sometimes you go to these events and it's different people from different companies, different stations. And it was kind of you go there, you plug in, you take notes, you get what you want, and you leave, right? This was more of these are people that I've been participating with. And so it almost felt to me like it feels sometimes if you mortgage gets together from 48 different states and we all go to one place, it's the family's all in one spot together. And it's a neat feeling. And this is how the ORAT event felt, where it's oh man, I've communicated with this person. We've shared messages back and forth. I've talked to Ty via Zoom so many times. I get to see him and feel him, and we get to sit down and record a podcast in person. It's a really unique, cool experience. And so I'm looking forward to it more than I'm looking forward to, quite honestly, any other event in 2025. Just because, like-minded people, all with the same goal, and for whatever reason, the ORAT community just breeds go-givers. Yeah. So, like Ty said, I've got questions. I'm going there to add as much value as I can and add, answer questions, but I'm also going to ask them. I'm also going to Jason Pritchard, and I'm going to others to say, hey, listen, man, I saw you doing this. Give me a 5-minute rundown on
Yeah.
exactly what that looks like, you know, and so it's good in so many different ways. But yeah, it's going to be an ORAT family reunion. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. And it's really fun as the guy kind of putting it together is to figure out what worked last time and, you know, to just do things to even take it up a notch, which I got to tell you, when I came home after that Sunday, right, it being over, I wasn't sure I could do it better. And, you know, shortly thereafter, I think the first 3 or 4 weeks, I was getting feedback from everyone. I'm like, oh, wow, we can do it better. So that's been fun to think about. One of the things that I decided was I was going to have an over rotation on couples, right? A lot of the questions I get all the time, as I'm sure you guys do, is one party or the other is more interested than the other. And this event is aimed at, you know, bringing that to the surface, right? Both days, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to be opening with couples who have at least a decade of experience doing this. And they're going to go through the whole history, what worked, what didn't work, you know, all of that stuff. So I think that's really great. Um, also, you know, we're going to have some surprises for folks along the way. I'm going to give away some awards, which is something I didn't do last year, which I should have done, recognizing folks in the audience, which I think is something you should always do. So we got some surprises coming up there. And as you guys know, I went the extra mile last time as a thank you, but it was so well received. You know, we're doing that podcast room again.
Yeah.
Right. So each of you have access to schedule an hour or two. You can line up who you want to interview with, and you guys get that content to use however you want. So, you know, we're going to be doing that again. So if you want time in there, if we haven't booked it already, let me know. I'm tracking that. So it's 33 days away. Right. I've been working on this hard. Certainly for 90 days, but I've been working on it somewhat for the last 6 months. So it's kind of like my marathon to me. I can't wait till it's over. But it's coming up. Ty, what do you think?
No, I love it. I love it. And I want to say too, I love even the venue, which I wouldn't say that I was skeptical, but I was like a little bit like, where are you doing it? And what's
why over
I was
there?
like, huh? Yeah, but what's cool is that the facility itself is great. It's super, like, it has its own coolness to it. The way that, like, the floor, the stage, they got the balcony so you can break off. There were some little pockets, little, like, living room where, like, I know, like, I sat over there and had private conversations with people and just, so a really cool venue. But I'll tell you this is my biggest thing. When I go to Vegas to work, I don't want to be distracted, you know, by the cigarette smoke. I hate that. I like the gambling, the noise, the alcohol, all that. I'm trying to go to bed at a reasonable hour, like all of that. And so what's cool is because it is not in a casino facility like most conferences, you know, also even in terms of hotel choice, like very strategically, like I might not even have been in Vegas because it was all about the conference and the food was actually really good. I thought the catering was phenomenal, unlike, again, like a hotel conference event. So all the way around, dude, I've got to give you kudos for finding a great location.
Yeah, shout out Sean Cannell for the heads up. I mean, that was a big thing for me. Guys, if you don't know, in Vegas, it costs at a casino $50,000 a day before food. That's just wild. Before food, before recordings, all of that. So, yeah, we've done the blind center. We will always do the blind center. It's off strip. It's away. There are, frankly, no casino hotels close by. So book whatever your favorite is. You're going to Uber it anyway. It doesn't matter. Or drive there if you rent a car. And to your point, I love that it's not at a casino. I love that it's like you don't get to, like, I'm going to go to the buffet. I'm going to go hit the slots or the tables. And you, like, miss 3 hours. Right. So I like the fact that it's there. Plus, they went the extra mile. They brought my purple to bear, and they had the lights and the stuff. Melinda, I'm actually going to see Melinda at noon today to put the final touches on the food and catering and give her more money today. So that'll be fun. But this is something I just got yesterday. Again, trying to do things better. I got badges for folks that are going to be more memorable. Last year, they were little purple bracelets. Not only are they different, right, VIP versus general admission, but I took the time and spent probably 5 or 6 hours writing a personal message on the back of these cards that I hope people take the time to read because it's really heartfelt and, you know, really a message to anybody that comes. So I'm just proud that these they came out great. Shout out Jen Pritchard for helping me do these. They came out even better than expected. So
Awesome.
yeah, I look forward to exceeding expectations. Lots of surprises coming. Gifts for the speakers again. You guys got some gifts coming again because you've been a part of the family all year again. So Ty, let's bring it home. Who needs to be there? All that stuff.
You need to be there. Like, I would say that if you're really committed and in it to win it, like, also too, if you go to these kinds of events, this is a must go. This is a must go. In fact, I don't even like going to the big mega conference, whatever, like this. I don't even go to those unless I have to, because you know, somebody, you're speaking or I'm speaking or whatever, to support somebody. But otherwise, this is the kind of event you want to get into, the kind of rooms you want to be into, to really get the real deal, the real spill of what it takes. And so, you know, for anyone on the fence, absolutely get yourself there. Now, if it comes down to pure economics, then buy the virtual ticket.
Yeah, that's something I haven't talked about enough. I actually just set it up. You know, I know these tickets, they're, you know, $299 and I think $699 for the VIP. You know, lots of that is just cost I'm trying to cover. But for folks that want to go that can't make it for whatever reason, I am doing a virtual event. The ticket's $99. I mean, let's get serious. And again, something that I love to do is exceed expectations. If you come in person or you buy the virtual ticket, approximately 3 weeks after the event, I will be giving you access to the complete recording. I'm not going to ask for more money. It's going to show up. It'll be on Teachable. I just like exceeding expectations. So you can count on getting the replay. Because I don't know about you, Ty, but I could not sit for 16 hours watching my computer. But I could watch it piece by piece.
I could because the content's worth it. The content is that good. And not only that, but there'll be little breaks. I mean, the virtual, if you have kids or it just financially, it does the hotel, the travel, and all of that. Yeah. And, you know, like, I know this, Michael, because I've thrown events, many, I've been involved in a lot of events.
Yeah.
This is not a moneymaker for you personally.
It'll be break even.
We hope to break even.
That's what I'm hoping for.
And then maybe there's a little bit of that you reinvest back into into something else. So, but I know that, like, I would say that this is something that you want to get yourself to the event, even if, again, financially, even if you have to go to the virtual, if you really want to be, like, deepen your well of knowledge, access, skill sets, this is the place to invest in yourself.
Love it. That's so awesome. Matt, kind of closing thoughts, bring it home.
Yeah, and I think I have a unique perspective on this because as a mortgage broker who works with a lot of investors, I get to live vicariously and I get to, like, just see what works and what doesn't. And what I want people to understand, and we've said it here before, so it's not anything new, is like proximity to other people doing stuff that you're looking to do is the very best way to level yourself up. And so if you're looking to level up, you join school. You pay $20 a month to be around these people, to be in these conversations. You go to the event. Like, I love in person. I think most people, like, realize, like, there's nothing better than in person. And so however many tickets there's left, 63, like, those will get gobbled up quick. Purchase it if you can. If you can't, do the virtual. But, like, I've seen it, right? I've seen actual real life proof. Man, Bobby's really crushing it. What's Bobby been up to? Oh, he flew to Ohio to be around that networking group. Oh, he joined Pace's group. Oh, he's holding a monthly meetup and he's networking that way. Like, those are the people that are truly winning, because you never know who you're going to learn for. Ty, 30 plus years, might learn something from some kid who's 1 year in and hungry and trying something new and it's working. You know, somebody might come to the event. They might say, hey, Ty, I was thinking about doing X, Y, and Z. Ty goes into this knowledge base of 30 years and gives that person a nugget, shortcuts them, 5Xs how fast they can do it, how big they can do it, whatever that is. Like, that's where the magic happens. And so, you know, anybody looking for magic, we're still early in the year, Mike, so there's plenty of people. I got New Year's resolutions, 225's my year, all this stuff. Like, if that's you, one way to make sure it's your year is get around other people, have these conversations. I'm excited. I've got stuff that I'm looking at from investing standpoint that's new and scary to me. And so I'm gonna be giving advice from a mortgage perspective, but I'm gonna be asking a lot of questions too from people in this circle who I know are gonna, be great sounding boards to run some of these ideas by.
I love it. I love it. Again, one of the things that, as the creator of this, I can control the agenda. I have some influence on the facility, food, all of that. But the audience makes the event. It is something that was truly special last year. Being in a room with 300 people going in the same direction is powerful. Being in a room where people are willing to answer questions, network, and create friendships is powerful. To that end, if you want to ask Ty some questions, he gives his email away, ty@tylg.com. Remember, folks, he's Generation X, so he treats email like text. Yes, that is what he does. And of course, we've got Matt the Mortgage Guy. He's created a site for you called greatmortgagebroker.com. Fill out a quick form. He will be there to help. Guys, thank you for coming out. Again, folks, I don't pay these guys. They are coming out on their own dime, which thankfully I appreciate because I couldn't afford it. Guys, take care of yourself. Have fun.
Thanks, guys.